Welcome to everyone who's joined so far to our webinar for membership renewals. We're just going to give it another 30 seconds before I start, just to let a few more people join. Okay, how many are we on now, Emily?
136.
Right, well, I got a lot of content to get through, so I am going to start. It's 11 o'clock. So thank you for joining. Today, order of play, we're just going to go over the membership. This is purely on the membership renewals. So we're going to go through the membership module. We're going to go through how to duplicate your packages. I'm going to do a live demo on that. How to make sure settings are set up, sending out payment invites, a little bit about add-ons, and then I'll go through the player's journey on how they purchase and renew their memberships as well. I'll introduce myself. My name's Becky. I'm head of customer service for ClubSpark. We've got Alex here, who is a senior product owner of ClubSpark, and Yannick, who is a senior specialist customer service agent. And of course, we've got Emily, who's head of marketing, who helps us set up all of these webinars. So memberships, just to recap, again, don't need membership forms. It's all online. You can send payment requests. It's automated payment reminders on how you set it up. You can collect payments online, which should help you save hours of administration. A little bit about the features, and we've got some new features which have been around sort of in the last year, so you might be aware, but you can update the status in bulk. That means you can people from active to lapsed to cancelled in one go. You can move members. You can move members from one membership package to another in a bulk setting. The add-ons module, which I'm going to cover a little bit later. So if you want to sell like club hoodie, or if you wanted to sell like the key or a fob or a deposit, then you can add them on. We've also donations and so on, so I'll cover that. Age validation, it can prevent adults from joining junior packages and so on. The subscriptions module in Stripe now, we've got that, so you can have monthly installments and people can pay shared out. And refunds, you can make refunds within the system. We're going to cover both of these. There's multiple ways you can manage your memberships. So what we call one is a fixed date membership. So just to recap, a fixed date membership starts at one date. Everyone has the same start date and same end date. This is really popular with the tennis clubs. And for this purposes today, I'm going to basically use the 1st of April to the 31st of March example, but obviously you can use anything. But this is probably the most common one we have. You can ask people to pay in full or installments on the fixed date. The data purchase package is becoming a lot more popular. It means less admin because you can set it up so it just runs continuously until someone cancels. And so that could be monthly and they just keep paying without stop. Or you can have a 12-month from the date of joining, which is really good if you try and offer pro rata and so on. So there's a fixed date and a date of purchase. So I will cover that. So this is going to move me into the live demo. And I'm going to start off with the membership settings page. So just bear with me. Okay. I'm in the membership module here in the admin pages, which should all be familiar to you. We come here. The first thing I'm going to cover is the settings page. So down the side, you see your membership settings. I'm on a test platform, so it is a bit slower than your production sites, but just bear with me. So your membership settings is where you can set your settings for different things. If you take offline payments, you have a choice. So you can either set it so it automatically sets members to active when they sign up. Obviously, you won't have received the money, or you might have, but we won't know because it's offline payment. So whether that's gone into your bank account or so on. You can choose between it being automatically set to active when they sign up, or you can manually set them once you've checked they've received a payment. So that's quite a choice you can have. Then the other option is the date of purchase package renewals. So with the date of purchase, what happens is, say you sign up on the 1st of February 2025, and now I've had renewal and it's come back to the 1st of February and I've been sent a renewal, but I haven't paid. You can choose whether the date I pay, so if I pay today on the 10th of February, that would mean that I've had 10 days free in such. So you can choose whether it renews on the date of purchase anniversary. So if I'd paid on the 1st of February last year, I would pay, the start date would be the 1st of February this year, if I choose to the anniversary. The other thing is the confirmation settings. You can send, right, this is your own. So once someone purchases the membership, this is what pops up and is shown to them. And this is your own free text. And the last thing to do is this is your terms and conditions. So if you don't have terms and conditions and you don't have anything there, it won't show. But if it does show, this is a compulsory, mandatory box they have to tick, and they can click on it and they can view it if they want. So that's the membership settings page. Now I'm going to move over to duplicating a fixed date membership package. So this is common. This is what we do. So here we are. You can see I've got 3 fixed date membership packages. I've got one for adult, family, and junior. You can see that my start date was the 1st of April 2025, and they're all going to expire on the 31st of March 2026. So what I'm doing now is, in preparation for the new year, I'm going to duplicate this adult membership package. So you open it in the membership packages and you choose your package and you go to your options tab here. You click options and you duplicate. It's really important that you check that your dates are there, because what it is going to do is move it on 12 months. If you've prorated your fixed date package throughout the year and changed your start date, say the last one was for January, it will move it to January. So you need to make sure this is back set, and you can do that by editing it before you do it. You can import the active members and you click duplicate. What it's going to do is going to create the new duplicate package, and it's put copy in the front of the name. So what we want to do is we need to edit this package, and this is the duplicated package, and we're going to change the name. So you'll just need to come in here. So I'm going to keep the name the same, but I'm just going to change it from 26 to 27. This is a code. This is for your own one. So I've got to change this, and I'm going to put in 27. Automatically, when you duplicate a package, it will stay as hidden. Now, I recommend to keep it as hidden because you're not ready yet. This is just what you're working on. You can come in and change the status at a later date. But it is important, and we would change it. It duplicates all the information. So it's an adult fixed date package. We're going to change the contact tag to membership adult 27. Just by putting in the tag and pressing enter, automatically creates a tag. The tag basically means that anyone with a tag will be shown on their contacts. So it will say member adult 27. Do which one do you like. It's automatically changed my date. So it's starting on the 1st of April 2026, and it's going to expire on the 31st of March 2027. I have a grace period day set. Just to recap what grace period days mean. It is added onto the end of the package. So on the 31st of March 2027, as I've written 3, it's going to actually allow people 3 days when they would still remain active to make their purchase. It can be useful. It can make it a little bit confusing because people will not lapse until after the grace period is finished. So I generally recommend people don't use the grace period, but it's up to you. But we're going to just leave it at 0 because that's what I recommend, because it can cause some confusion. Ultimately, if you use your membership packages to allow people to book courts, for example, them expiring and not paying is going to trigger them to come in and pay. So you'll want them to do that, then they can book the courts again. Here you are, you can choose which payment methods that you want to choose. You have to choose one, a minimum, but you can choose all of them. If you choose all of them, it can cause a bit of confusion, and people can then, if you choose check, cash or other, it means that they can just register and pay without paying. So I generally recommend using one, but we'll leave it as two for my purpose today. So I allow payments in full. This is all copied over. So if this year we want to actually increase the cost, you can do that here. And that will be for all new members. We have it set for 12 months. As I said, you can have installments set for different times. Just so you know how installments, if you chose 4, for example, it would run on consecutively. It's not quarterly. So it would be 1st of April, 1st of May, 1st of June, 1st of July. So that's how it works. Installment pay date you can choose. This is quite important. So if you choose 1st of the month and someone paid on the 10th, they wouldn't pay until the 1st of the month, following month, if that makes sense. But if they're paying installments, they'll continue to pay forward. So they'll always pay the full amount, but it will be ahead of time. So that's you. And then payment reminders. This is if they haven't paid, after 7 days, after 14 days, or after 21 days. Once you're happy with all of that, you can save the package. Okay, so this is now updated. As I said, it is hidden, and it has imported all my members. They are all in a pending state. They've not paid. And the next step would be to send a payment request to them. So I'm going to stay on this. So on a fixed date package, once you're happy with all that, you select all of your players or members, you click on the 3 action dots, and you click on payment. It will show the recipients. You can check here. This is, you can add in a your own free text, and you can also see what other text what is in here. So if you've offered installments, it will offer the installments, and it will offer pay in full. This is a link that they will get, and to do their unique link to them to be able to pay. And you literally just send request payment. Once these people have paid, then they would then change to paid and to active automatically, unless they're paying offline. Oh, an option, obviously. I'm not going to open it just yet. I will later. But up here is the email log, the little envelope, and there you can see all those payment requests that have been sent. And you can also see if the person has opened them, or they've been blocked, or they've been, they're not opened, which is useful if you need to follow up and wonder why Harry Brown hasn't paid, for example. Okay, so that is how you duplicate a membership package for the fixed date. I'm going to just quickly go back to membership packages and look at the date of purchase. So with this date of purchase, as you can see here, it's continuous. So you don't have to do anything for this, because this one just keeps rolling over month after month. Someone signs up, they post it on the date of purchase, and they keep paying until they do that. However, we can also set up a purchase package, which I'm going to show you how to do this. So it's just create a normal package. I'm going to call it a social membership. I'm going to call it social. I'm going to make it go to public. It's an individual or group. Now you can choose group packages. We have a group limit now. So this is a family package or a couples package. So if it's a couples package, it's 2 people, and if you put 2, then they can only have 2 people. If it's family package and you put 5, that's a maximum of 5 people that they can add. It's up to you, and then you can choose the couple here. But I'm going to just stick with individual adult. I'm going to say minimum age is 18. And I'm not going to go through this, but I think you have to put in. So based on the date of purchase, here we can set this out and we can have it set for 12 months, or you can have it continuous. You can choose the payment method and you enter in. One thing to do, if your renewals is cheaper than your full cost for new members, then it's okay. But if your cost is cheaper for new members, some members can come in and purchase the cost for new members. So just so you know that that's available. I'm just making this up. So you select. So based on the date of purchase, payment reminders, you can set them to come 7 days, 14 days and 21 days. And then the renewals, you can choose again. Once they have paid, they will stop getting the emails. So just so you know about it, this does follow them up through. And then save that package. Some people have been recently asking us through support. We know that like you want to actually move to a date of purchase from a fixed date. So you can import the members by selecting a package. So I'm going to pull them in from the fixed date package, just for purposes, and import them in. One thing to notice when you are importing from the fixed date package to the data purchase package, they will all appear, just to go back, as pending. And not paid. If they've paid for a previous package and imported them in here, they will no longer have paid because it's linked to the other package. So here, if you want to, you can invite them. You can update their status. So they're all pending. So I'm going to show you quickly how to update in bulk. Select this, select the 3 dots and update membership status. So you see at the moment, they're all showing as pending. I click update membership status. I've got the 5 here and I'm going to change them all to active. And I confirm that and I update them. They are all now showing, and that's how you can do that in bulk. Right, yes. What else was I going to show you here? You can also move members. So if I wanted to move members, and select here, and I'm going to move members from these 5 members, and I'm going to choose the membership package that I want to move them to. So I can move them into adult tennis. I want to delete the existing membership, so that means that I would shut them out of the social membership. I want to change their status. You can change that like I am, so then they would move in and they would move in as active. And you can mark them as renewals for the new package. And status of the new pending package, they could be active. I'm not actually going to move them. So that's moving members. So that's helpful if you've got a lot of members and you want to move them into a different package. Okay. Next thing I'm going to cover is what I've talked about a little bit about product add-ons. This is relatively new to some people. So in your payments tab or module, we now have what we call products. Bear with me. So I've got a few that I've already created here. So it could be like a club hoodie or a clubhouse key. But we could also add in club donation. You make it active. Donation for the club. This is just an internal, we'll call it Don 25. And say this is you can make different ones. So let's say it's £25. And then you attach it to go with any of the packages, or all of the packages if you want. So I'm just going to, for this purpose, going to say all. So what this means is that when we go through the process, and I'll show you, this is a product add-on that people can purchase as part of their membership package. Oh, done that in the wrong one. Just see if that saves that. I don't know why it's not saving. No. Okay, let's leave that. We'll come back to that. I said this is a test platform, so sometimes things aren't working as such. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I'm going to now go through the renewals process. So one thing, and this is really key to remember, when you've duplicated your package, it's not going to be available until you make it available either to the status of anyone or direct link. So hidden and archived means the packages aren't available. So we just need to click on here and make public. So as I said, your members have either received an invite or they can go to the website. So we'll go to the website, just refresh that. So you can now see the renewal. Now, as I'm logged in, it's automatically made it renew now, not join now, because I was part of the renewal. They've sent me an invitation to renew. So you can see the new prices here. This old package here is join now, but this is the renew now. I've got two, just so you know, because I've got more members I've got so many test sites here. So I'm going to do that. So you can get the email, you click renew now, and this is pay in full. I have a choice of paying by Go Cardless or Stripe. I'll choose Stripe. This is a test site, so hopefully I can move through this payment quickly. If they've already paid with Stripe previously, it's really quick checkout. All the details should be saved there. But this is just a test site, as I said, so we're just going to go through that. And my order summary is complete. And so I'm now an active member. So if we're going to pop back here to this membership, new one. With a bit of luck, it should show me as paid. Here we go. So Rebecca Vibe Board paid, and I am now active. So it really is that simple. I'm just going to go back to the web page. Because I wanted to show you how this works to go through if people are joining now and they're paying monthly. So join now. So this is my purchases details. This is my details here. I'm going to continue to the members. So I'm already a member, so it won't let me join again, but I can add this person. So again, I'm going to go with Stripe. So here I can choose my card. At this point, because I'm doing the monthly payment, I can select this card and I go immediately from today or from the 1st of the month or from the 14th of the month. It doesn't matter if they choose the 1st of the month, they still will pay 12 installments. It's just the way it's giving them a choice. And that's when you're setting up the package, you could choose that. So I'm going to say 1st of the month and I'm going to pay that. And that's all done. And that information is there. This is where the confirmation information is showing from your membership settings. Okay. What? Oh yes. So I also wanted to show you for subscription management. So when I've just signed up for a subscription here, things happen. My bank details, my bank card got chewed up, or want to change my bank account, or something else like that. This is how you manage your subscription. So as a member, you come in here, you click on and you click in admin area. Sorry, no, I don't. Okay, sorry. I'll go back. I meant to hit profile. I've confused it now. Yeah, I'll go back here. So you click profile. And here, this is where all of your memberships are, all your orders, and credits and so on. So here, I'm going to click memberships. So I've got a lot that's going on here. I just want to manage my subscriptions. Oops, I've gone to the wrong place. So these are my subscriptions here. Let me just try and find one that I do a lot of courses. Oh, sorry, yes, here you go. Ongoing subscription payment method. So I can click here in my view details. And I can click manage subscription. This will take you into the Stripe subscription page. Again, this is in test, but here, you can change the bank details by clicking the little pencil. So you could add a new payment card to update your subscription. So if people are unable to, if they tell you that they need to update their subscription or their bank details change or so on, then you just need to ask them to go into their profile and click on the subscriptions, and they'd be able to get to this page. From that page as well, the profile page is that you can see all of your memberships that you've got going, all your court bookings, your courses, your orders, and your credits. Okay, the last thing I wanted to show you, just to recap, I'm sure you're all aware of it, but yes, the email log is something that's really useful. It's up here with the envelope at the top right of your screen. You can filter by date, range, and you can see this is our test platform, so we never actually open any of ours, but they're all showing as sent. But if in yours it would show as opened, sent, and if it's blocked, then that's what they've generally done is they've marked it as spam, and you'll need to contact support to get some help. Okay, so I'm going to just come back to my deck. Just a little bit more about online payments. So we've covered it here we've got Go Cardless and we've got Stripe as the two payment providers. Just a background for you guys to know, we have both because previously Stripe didn't offer installments, only Go Cardless did, and that's why we went with Go Cardless. And that's why, but now Stripe does offer installments. Stripe is a superior product in a way to Go Cardless. It has a better dashboard. We can better support you using it, but it is slightly more expensive. Go Cardless is a direct debit package, so people can put in their bank accounts, and it kind of works in a slightly different way. But that's why we have both. Go Cardless is only available for membership module. You're not allowed to use it for anything else because it doesn't work that way. Automations. It offers automated membership pack payments, direct debits, auto renewals, and you can get really good reports definitely from Stripe. You can export all your information. Go Cardless, you do have a dashboard and they are getting better, but it's not as good. So I talked a little bit about Go Cardless and Stripe. If anyone's signing up to Go Cardless now, they are offering 90 days of no transaction fees for new clubs. So that's might be useful for you to know. Also, when you're signing up, they now have a tiered packages. What we're giving here is this 1%. Well, that is their basic package. So you need to make sure that you're choosing which package it is, because the transaction fees for Go Cardless will be different based on that. And then the Stripe and the Go Cardless fees are laid out here. Right, before I've got 7 really common mistakes, which I really want to go through. I've been around in Club Spark now for 8 years. Over and over, we have the same issues. And these are my 7 top things that cause problems. So fixed date packages, when you're duplicating the package, I've said it earlier, if you have prorated through the year, you need to edit the package before you duplicate it. Otherwise, it will use the wrong start date to move on 12 months. Grace period misconceptions. So members remain active during the grace period and lapsing only after it expires. So people are like, it's gone past the 31st of March. Why are people still showing as active? Well, it's probably because you've got a grace period set. If you want a grace period, you can change that at any time. Booking rules, alignments. If you use your membership packages to have different rules in your schedules, in your booking schedules, do remember, if you're duplicating a package, then you do need to then go and update your schedules. If you have all members or that everyone, that's fine, then you don't need to do anything. But if you specifically name out different packages, you need to go and put new packages in to allow them to book. So many times people go, oh, no one can book, and that's because they haven't updated the schedules. Auto payment timing. Okay, so if you have and use auto payment, you do need to give 30 days notice. That's like a rule. So we have to give you 30 days notice that we're going to take a payment. So if you are using auto payment, you need to do it before the 1st of March. That gives us at least 30 days to do that. So do your renewals and payment requests 30 days ahead. Last 3, manually adding payments. So this is for people who are taking offline payments. If you've sent them a payment request, you could, and you have other options. You can't manually add their payment. You would need to cancel that package for them, for that particular member, change that status to lapse or cancelled, and then re-add them, and then you'll be able to manually add the payment. What you can't do, and what a lot of people seem to try and do, is have a fixed date package. They just go in, change the dates on the package, and think that will update it for the new people. What you need to then do is you need to cancel that package and then re-enter them back in, and then you'll be able to manually add the payment. There is a change that has changed. I think we used to be able to do that maybe 3 years ago, but we've not been able to do it for the last. Duplicate members via join websites. So you've done a duplicate, you've sent them a nice payment request, and then they just come in to your front website and just join now as a brand new member, create a new package, like membership package. And so John Smith is going to show twice, because he's going to show as pending and he's going to show as active, where he's paid from the front end. Just the solution to that is just the one that he's not paid, mark him as cancelled, and that will be removed off the list. Hidden packages. So many happens. As you see me today, I've duplicated the package. It automatically has a status of hidden. So what you do, and send out payment requests and you've got a status of hidden, then unfortunately they can't book. It won't be showing because it's hidden. So people are like, why? No, I've sent it out and no one's being able to purchase it. So make sure when you've done your payment requests, you make sure that the status of the package is either direct like link or everyone. Okay, finally, you should all know this, that customer support is available. We're available 9 to 5. We do have live chat as long as we're not so busy and drowning in tickets, and that's open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. live chat. We have our support centre, so we have all our help articles, and we're trying to work on them. They're just quite thorough, and it's available. And finally, webinars. Well done, you're here today. But we're also doing some live clinics in February. They're running every Thursday, and they are small groups between 10 and 15 people. You can then pre-submit questions that we can go through, and we can do a live demo, but you can also live chat with us there. It's much smaller groups, and it's an opportunity to ask sort of more specific questions and have a live demo. And that's it from me. So just to go to Jan and Alex, are there anything specific people wanted me to demo?
I don't think so from my side.
Okay, great. So we'll just go through a few more questions, but otherwise, if you've got anything in particular, you can put in the Q&A that you'd like to cover. Do you use the products add-on option to get guest fees paid? Guest fees for court booking, I presume. You can use that. We have something else differently for court booking for guest fees. So I'm not quite sure. Will all these Q&As be available to see later? What we're going to do is we're going to sort of build up a load of questions that are really common, because I'm also doing another webinar later on today. So we'll have some, yes, and we will be able to provide them for you. How do I add a new member manually? I can. Sorry. I need to go back here. So I'll just go to your membership module. So in your new package here, you can open the package. You go to member options, and you can add a member. At this point, if they're already a member within you, or if not, then you can find them if they're already a contact. If not, then you just add in all of their details. I'm going to, as such, I'm just going to do this one. Once they're manually added, I've got a Claire Smith here. She's sitting as pending. You can request payment to her, and that would send her, and then she would have to log in as well. And she will remain pending until she's paid. can you go back over discounts? So discounts is not available for membership module yet. That's going to come later, but adding products, add products again.
Becky, I think for that one, it's more to do with the you can add them manually and then edit the cost before sending out a payment request. I think that's what they mean by the discount.
Okay. So changing the cost. Oh, I know what you mean. Right. Yeah. So let me just go to that one, Claire Smith, who I just added. Now, Claire is a volunteer, for example, and we actually don't want to charge her 400 for the full cost. So we're going to charge her 100. And monthly, I don't know, but 5. So I want to confirm, and I'm changing the cost. I am only changing the cost for Claire. Now you can still send a request of payment, but equally Claire's already paid me cash or other. And so I'm going to mark her as active, and then I can do that. The reason for doing that is that she's showing as paid. If Claire, let's see if I get another person. If Claire, for example, if I didn't edit the price, let me do Jim. So I'm leaving it as 400, but I'm just going to put in that Jim's paid 100. I'm still going to mark him as active. It's going to show as part paid. Are you still seeing my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you demo moving a junior to a senior package, as I'm confused about that? Okay, I can show you to do that. So if we go back to our membership packages, it is literally moving players. So let me just go to my juniors. So juniors are here. I select the junior because he's now 19. Well, I've got old people, ignore that. But Tim, he's going to move. So I'm going to select him and I'm going to move member. So I'm going to move him. I'm going to move him into the adult, or no, not the new adult. I don't want to delete that. I'm going to, like, the existing membership, move to cancelled. And I'm going to move him as pending because we still want to pay, ask him to pay. And that's literally how you do it. I move members. So he shall be cancelled in the junior package. And he's now showed as not paid and pending in the new adult package. Julia, on the list of members within a package, there's a column saying consent. I don't want to go too much into consent, but really quickly, to create a consent, you do that in the profile module. Under here, consents. Here you have your privacy policy, which you can add, but it's in your consents here. So we've just done here, you can give your consent to be added to a WhatsApp. Once you have that set up, once they sign in, then they will be able to choose whether they opt in or opt out of that consent. Once the consents are done, you go to the contacts module. Here you can filter by consent. So here I've got these 2 people have consented to being in their membership module. And if I go back to profile, I can also edit my consents as well. Gordon, I might run out of time here, but there you go. I'll answer 3 more questions. At Aylesbury, we operate a fixed date from 1st of April, 31st of March with date of purchase for payments. We have 11 packages. Is it correct? If we change to continuous packages, we can have monthly members and members who pay yearly in the same package. No, so you either have a continuous package as one package, or you can have them pay pay in full and installments, but it would still be set for the same length of duration. Does that make sense? Because the payment in full is for 12 months and the monthly installment is 12 months. It's just a different way of collecting payments. So you would have 2 people, like people on different ways, I suppose. Like you can, and yes, you'd have to then double them up, I think. So I'm just going to answer this one. If I tick credit card payment option, do I need to do anything else? We have Go Cardless account, but I think that's for direct debits. I have a Stripe set up for coaching and events, but had to register with Stripe to be used for each one. I thought if I'd registered, it would just be the system we did everything. Yes, absolutely, Fiona. Again, if you go to your payments module here, you can assign which, you can have just one Stripe account, or you can have multiple Stripe accounts now. But when you have this main Stripe here, you basically assign the modules. So for example, our main Stripe here, I've got it linked to my booking programs and payments. But I could do the events module. I don't have anything to, so I could add that one to the other Stripe, which we've got undefined, but it's very helpful. But you basically can assign modules for Stripe. Fiona says, I go into my profile, there's no subscription options for installments. If I wanted to cancel my direct debit, how do I do that? So if that's Go Cardless, and that's where the features are quite different. Go Cardless, you have to contact Go Cardless and get them to cancel that for them. They can cancel it via their bank, but you can't do that within us, HubSpot, because they don't have a dashboard. So if you're going to update your records and so on, you'd have to do that through the Go Cardless dashboard, not through something we can link to. Okay, I think we're coming up to sort of the last few. I want to change all my packages from fixed date to data purchase, renewals of existing. What's the best timing I to send out? The best thing, my advice to do, Andy, and we've done this for quite a few people, is actually let them lapse. So it depends what their fixed date is going to lapse. Create your data purchase package and be the only membership package that they can join. And the risk is for this time, when you're just making that change, is that there might be some delays in them getting it round to re-registering. But yeah, then they will be on a data purchase package. So that you can either import them from the other package and send them an invite, or you can just send out an email to all of your members with a link and say, please just sign up to this one. And if you're a junior, or you'd have to set one up for adult and junior and so on. Okay, so you said that you were going to talk about removing over 18s from family packages. I can show you how to remove group members. Let me just check if I've got a group memberships. As I said, with a group membership, when people sign up, you can set the rules for going forward. But if you are aware that there's over 18s in there, you can have a look. So you can have a look in the group members. That if we go to main contacts and we choose one group here, see whether their text has got some. So member info here, if you open up the package in the family membership package, you come through here and you can see all the people in the group. If they are no longer allowed to be in that family group, you literally go in and to remove them. And then they will no longer be in that group package. The way it works, when they renew, if you have a limit of 4, but you suggest there's 2 adults, 2 children, it doesn't sort of go to that level of checking. It is checking for 4 people. And that's be something that you would have to manage with your members. Is it possible to apply a surcharge to the membership fee by paying straight? You can choose how much you want to pay. We're fully transparent about what the transaction fees are. So that would be up to you, but it wouldn't show. You'd need to explain that to your members. Can the adults in the group package have separate email addresses? Yes. Yes, they can. They can all be have their own profiles and they can all register themselves. Can you explain the process that members see when they auto payment is enabled? What choices they get? So I don't think I've got auto payment set up here, Julia. But what they would get is an email saying that your payment is going to be taken from on this date, and it's giving them notice. And then they have an option, and there is a link to cancel their payment. And if they cancel their payment, you as the administrators will be informed. I'm not sure what John says, but members paying by bank transfer pay low subs. Yes, they do. They pay less fees, no transaction fees, but it's up to you as administrators to then manage that, and it's manually to be done, whereas the system is providing answers on that. Okay, well, thank you very much for everyone joining today. We will be sharing out the recording and we will try and pull together as many of these questions to give answers as well, based on today's and this evening's webinars. We are here for support. Remember, there's this help button, which you can access help articles and also come through to support as and when needed. And also feel free to join the clinics as well.
We'll be sending the recording round as well after this session, and the links to register for the Q&A sessions will be on there as well. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining today.
Thank you.